Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the FordTechMakuloco channel. So I've been wanting to make a video about this for a while now. It's an old issue, but a lot of you out there still own the 2006 through 2010 Ford Explorer refresh, basically from the 02 to 05s. So all these model years have an issue with the vacuum check valve on the engine side there failing, and when it does, you'll get this hissing noise inside the vehicle down over by the passenger side footwell area. And it's really annoying, especially if the radio's off and you're kind of cruising, you're kind of putting the pedal into it a little bit. It gets really annoying after a while, but it's a simple fix. It's a cheap fix, and it's kind of hard to diagnose if you don't know what you're looking for or why it's happening. You just start throwing parts at it. Luckily, I've been through this over and over again. Back in the day when these came out and they were under warranty, just fixed them all the time. So I know an exact thing to fix it, and we're gonna go ahead and fix it today. It's very cheap, very easy, and very quick. Let's take a listen to what it sounds like. All right, so the noise will be coming from the passenger side footwell area down here by the blower motor and all that. There's a vacuum reservoir down there, and this is how it sounds. So when you're accelerating and you accelerate from idle, it'll make this hissing noise. Now, I won't do it much at idle in park. You can barely hear the hissing. Now watch this. I go for a drive. Now listen. Let off. Pedal again. It'll make that hissing noise. And that noise is coming from that vacuum reservoir that's way underneath there by the blower motor. I'll show you again what it sounds like when we turn around here. So if you're just cruising along, you're kind of goosing a little bit, it can get pretty annoying. Cruising. You see I just get louder and louder like that? That is from the vacuum reservoir making that noise from the change in vacuum in there. And it's all due to the check valve on the other side, up here by the cowl panel. I'll show you exactly how to get to that and how to replace it, part numbers and everything. Also, this is how it sounds upon shutdown. Take a listen. Yeah, so it's very noticeable and can be quite annoying. All right, so the fix is really easy. Open the hood, hopefully on a cool engine. The part number for the valve is YG360. I'll also link to it down below. It's on the passenger side. It's gonna vary based on a 4.0 or 4.6, but it's generally right in this area. So if you look underneath here, you can see it right there, that valve right there. So here's the new one, okay? And then here is where it's at, right there. So I want you, there you go. So what you want to do is you don't want to work underneath here, burning your hands and all that stuff. You can simply grab it. There's enough slack, bring it up here. So the black side or the blue side, depending on your valve, it's going to always go towards the vacuum source. And this is the source right here coming from the engine. And over here, it's going over to the HVAC system. So you simply get in here, you know, in case you forget. One side is bigger. So let's put that on there. So you can't mess it up. So put that in the black side, push it all the way on, get it off this side, try not to tear it. Same thing, put it on there all the way, and then we just let it kind of sit back down where it was. Don't mess it down, that's it. That's the whole fix. So let's go in the vehicle and we'll test it out. All right, let's go for a drive, take a listen. Putting my foot into it, try and get to do it. And nothing. So much better, so much better. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do, the next test we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the vehicle off. No more hissing. So the only time it should happen is when the engine is running and we keep turning the HVAC system on and off, or when the engine's not running as it is now, we turn the key on. You hear that change in vacuum through the reservoir because the engine's currently not running, supplying vacuum, and now the HVAC system is powering up, requesting vacuum. So there's going to be a vacuum change within that reservoir and a sound. But otherwise, while you're driving, it should not make the sound anymore, which is the whole goal here. That can get really annoying. You're going on a drive for a while, you're in stop and go traffic, you keep accelerating and it's like, geez. So that is the fix. Nice and easy, nice and cheap. I hope this helped. I'll see you guys next time.